Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Apex Racing TV's coverage of the Sim Racers Asia Proto-GT Series for round number 7 at Road Atlanta. My name is Scott Newton, and joining me in the commentary booth today is Conrad Venter. Hey Conrad, welcome to the booth today, and looking through the practice and qualifying times at the moment, it's actually shaping up to be a fascinating race today.
Yeah, times have been pretty close up at the front. Guys are looking like they're going a little bit quicker in quali than they did in practice. At the moment, we've got Koen Klopman there with in his GT1 on pole position, with a whole raft of radicals just behind him. For him, it's a good thing, but for the radicals, that's going to be stuck behind him in the slow parts of the circuit. Might become a bit of a headache, especially for Ross Rizzo, who's just a little bit further down the order at the moment than we're normally used to seeing him.
Yeah, definitely to say that with the characteristics of the Road Atlanta itself, the radicals will be very, very strong in the first 2 sectors, but yeah, just coming out through that double right-hander as you see on screen now, and then all the way up towards the back straight. Yeah, the Corvettes are just going to the monster their way down the straight. So yeah, definitely going to be a challenge for the radicals to at least stay with the Corvettes today, at least at that part of the circuit.
It's a bigger concentration of radicals up at the front than we normally used to seeing. I mean, Koen Klopman is, like you said, is currently on pole. Joost de Vries is second in the GT1, and he is overall sat in 6th position. So there's 4 radicals between Klopman and de Vries.
So yeah, just looking at the GT3 field as well. I think we've got Louis Paolo-Galen currently in the pole position for the GT3 class, just currently in the pits at the moment in a Mercedes AMG. So yeah, he's looking very, very strong today. 3 tenths quicker, oh sorry, just over 2 tenths quicker than Luca Fioravanti, a previous winner in Sim Racers Asia GT3 Series. last time around, so which happened at Silverstone. So yeah, definitely a very competitive field in the GT3 field today as well.
Yeah, the top three is standing out a little bit. Like I say, Gallon is on there with a 19.7 at the moment. Fioravanti on a 20.0, and then Martin Silvassi in third place with a 20.7. They've got a 4/10 gap to Sean Thompson in fourth place, and from fourth place down, it gets pretty compact. We've got fourth place all the way down to Peter Sattler. Oh, and that's about the top 10 or 15. They're all covered by about a second. I think we'll just we'll have a quick look at the drivers' championships, as we've only got about 5 minutes left in quali. So we'll just take a quick peek at the GT1 drivers' championship. We've still got Keridin Buafia leading the way in that category on 198 points. Only 4 points behind him is Joost de Vries with DK Lee in third place on 131. And Koen Klopman in fourth place. He's missed quite a few rounds, but he's on 120 points. Actually won every single round that he's entered. And Boafia, it looks like he's struggling a little bit today with various issues. So this might be a good opportunity for Klopman to, and de Vries for that matter, put a bit of pressure on Boafia in fifth place. We've got Moerlan, and he's on 104 points, just a little way back. Moving on to the prototypes, we've got Ross Rizzo leading the way there by a rather sizable gap. It's about nearly 80 odd points. He's on 261. Got Yazrin Ali, sorry, on 184 in second. Stephen Callan's in third on 172. Fanny Luzoardi on 161. That's tied with Federico for fourth and fifth on 161 points, and they're entire 100 points behind their Rossers. They've got a bit of work to do for the rest of the season. Moving on to the GT3s, we've got Benjamin Hackison leading the way on 201 points. 53 points behind is Adam Zettlinger on 148. Also on 148 in third, well, tied for second is Ahmed Nurizam. 27 points behind them. In fourth place is Indra Ferianto, 121 in fifth place. We've got, from fifth place down, there's quite a few drivers. Fifth place in 99, sixth place in 97. There's a lot of places to make up there. In the team championship, we've got Proforce Racing on 558 points with Wildlife Motorsports on 552, so only 6 points behind between those two teams at the top. Macau Sim Racing on 456 in third place. Fourth place is Archie Pelago Racing, and they're on 305. About 100 points behind them in fifth place is Evolution Racing. So quite a few battles going through all four of those categories, and again, today is an opportunity for some of the people to make a statement, climb the tables a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, especially in the GT1 field, and at least for back end of the top 5 from second to fifth in the GT3 field is definitely one to watch as well, but also for second through fifth as well in the prototype field as well. So yeah, definitely, as you say, just depending on where everyone finishes, people will be moving around in the championships. So it'll be interesting to see where everyone finishes up today.
Yeah, I think the main focus at the moment is that GT1 championship, and Keridin Buafi is in the session. He joined a little bit late, but I'm not sure he's going to make the start of the race. That obviously, Joost de Vries sitting in second place and qualifying for the GT1s will overtake him in the championship after this race. But it's going to give Koen Klopman a real good shot at making some major inroads into the two of them. Yeah, we're just getting the worst through. Boafia is having router and internet issues, and he's going to try and make it for the start of the race. We'll have to see if he can make it back in time.
Yeah, definitely with only 40 seconds left in qualifying. Be interesting to see whether Ketterine's actually able to get back into the session, because it can take some time to load right at Atlanta, I found. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether he can actually make it back. So, but yeah, just closing in on the final 15 seconds of qualifying. We'll just take you through provisionally. Some places may change, but currently at the moment we've got Koen Klopman on the pole position with 16.074. Alongside him in the Radical SR8 is Ross Rizzo. I think there's Anthony Winkelman in third place overall at the moment, and then alongside him Steve Callahan. Yasmin Yali, then Justin Fries, then Federico Texeria, Andrew Young, Jeffrey Price, Kevin Wang, DK Lee, Louis Paolo Gallon, Luca Fioravanti, Martin Savasi, Sean Thompson, Ben Hackerson, and we've got Darren Huxham, and we've got Ken Kale, Benjamin Brook, Indra Farianto, Simon Jorge Sanchez, Mark Dredge, apologies, yeah, just the overlay going through a lot more quickly. Benjamin Bouvier, and then we got Petra, Paul Nelson, Peter Sadler, Mark Lang, Nuno Tang, Steve Morris, Bruno Cardoso, Hugo Silva Jr., Alex Chung, Wei Han Chen, and Kettering Boafia rounding out the field.
So there's a name we haven't seen for a couple of rounds, and that's Paul Nelson. He was present for the first 4 rounds, picked up a pretty good finish in round 1. Seems like he had a bit of trouble in the 3 rounds after that. But it's good to see some of the guys that's been away for a while make a comeback and just boost the numbers a little bit for these next few rounds.
Yeah, it's always great to see that Sim Racers always put on a good show each and every round. So yeah, definitely looking forward to today's race at Road Atlanta, and then obviously the following rounds ahead. So yeah, we just got pace lap coming around. It's a full lap behind the 911 pace car. So just waiting for everyone to grid up. With the pit strategy today, it's worth pointing out that the Radical SR8 and the Corvette GT1 only have to stop in the box, but they have to tour the pit lane. But also with the GT3, they are fuel tank size restricted to 40%. So we will see them around 20 to 25 minutes, maybe even possibly 30 minutes into the race that we'll see them pit. It's interesting to point out one of the previous races that we had, think of similar race time. I think it was Marcus Lindemann and Tobias Cherny actually were very, very tight on fuel with the fuel window that they had. So it'll be definitely interesting to see when the GT3s come and tour the pit lane.
Yeah, and who can forget the finish that we had around the Circuit of the Americas last time round with I think who was it that ran out of fuel on the last lap because they had to do the extra. I think it was it Ackerson? Yeah, I think you might be right. But if they they that tight, then they definitely don't need the leader spinning in front of them and having forcing them to do an extra lap towards the end of the race.
Yeah, we've had that happen a few times previously. in the GT3 series that we've had. One comes to, a couple of times it comes to note is Bar, I think season 2 of last year, and also Imola, I think of the same season. So yeah, it's definitely something that can catch the drivers out, especially with the restricted tank size of the GT3, but obviously with the Radical and the GT1 they can take as much as they want, but if they underfuel then they can just come into the pits and top it up should they need to as well.
Just looking at the pit entrance to the track as well. It's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? Because you sort of get a straight run into it, and then you know, we've seen a lot of people in the past in various series overcommit on that entrance. It's got a very sharp right-hand turn just as you come into where you're finally going to make your stop, and I've seen a few people stick it in the wall there and make a hash of it.
Yeah, it's also got a tricky part with the downhill as well. You've actually got to overcompensate for the braking zone there as well, just to get it slowed down and into that little tight right-hander for the pit lane entry. But also with the pit exit as well, you've got to watch out for oncoming traffic as well. It's quite blind for the oncoming traffic, and the drivers exiting the pit lane will have to stay right, just so that the oncoming traffic will have plenty of room for that section of the track as it tightens up quite quickly into the second turn.
I think, like you say, a couple of hot spots around here. It's turns 11 and 12. Obviously, coming over that little crest at turn 11, you can lose the back end quite easily. Turn 12, just before the start-finish line. I've seen lots of people run wide. If you just put a wheel on the grass, that's going to end your race. And then, obviously, like you pointed out, with turn 1 and the pit exit, you know, both parties have to be aware of cars coming out of the pits or cars coming through turn 1 as they're exiting the pits. We'll see how it goes this time round. Luckily, so far from my experience, we haven't had much issues in this series with those kind of things.
Yeah, definitely. So they're just Frank Klopman's just allowing the pace car to pull through, and yeah, just waiting for the green flag. Is yeah, they're under green now, and yeah, it looks as though that Klopman's just managed to get the drive out and power through, but yeah, Ross Rizzo definitely straight behind him, but it looks as though that everyone's managed to get through turn 1 safely at the moment. I haven't seen any crashes at the moment, so lots of respect there from all the drivers there. It is a long race, so yeah, just everyone trying to settle into their groove, but also trying to make up as many positions as possible early on the early going, just in case you get held up in traffic.
Yeah, like I say, everybody's made a clean start. Got a few guys that looks like that pit lane starts. Boafia has actually made it. He's out on track, although he's going to be very far down. And looking, Klopman is here. He's stretching his legs in that GT1 down the straight into the final chicane. Just to Vries has had a really good start. He's up 1 place. He's up into 5th. Well, up into 4th now, and trying to make some inroads on Klopman.
Yeah, I just saw that Winkelmann lost it under the brakes of turn 10, so yeah, he'll be down in P13 at the end of lap 1. Bit of an unfortunate mistake there, but yeah, just with these cold tyres and cold brakes, yeah, the drivers will be certainly having to find their feet in the earlier laps. But yeah, just also with the weather, it's track temperature of 40 degrees, and then a air temp of 26, and yeah, there's not much wind going around, so yeah.
Ooh, who's that I think, was that the Vries? No, it wasn't.
No, it's Jeffrey Price, just looping it out of the top of the S's. We'll just have to get a replay on that one just to see whether he Yeah, he just clipped the curb and then tried to get on the power, and had too much steering lock, and yeah, just thankfully kept it out of the wall. But yeah, he finds himself back in 21st place at the moment. So yeah, he'll be looking to get back through the GT3 field, as yeah, he'll be at the back of the top 10 for the GT3 field.
I was just looking down. Kevin Hung has made a really good start as well, and his Radical, he's up 5 places. He's into 5th overall. Winkleman making his way back up into 12th place. Quite a few guys. Fioravanti, sorry. They're climbing as well, and here's GT3. He's up 4 places. And a whole row of Darren Huxman is in 12th place overall. He's up 5 places. Simon Sanchez. Somebody's in the wall. Coming through the last part of this is Peter Sattler. Where was he? Well, it doesn't matter where he was. He's in the pits now, and this car's going to be very heavily damaged.
Yeah, just looking at the battle for 14th at the moment. There's been a bit of contact. Ferrianto and what looks to be Jorge Sanchez just coming out through turn number 8 or 9. Definitely a tricky part of the track there, going too wide there, trying to maximise the corner exit speed, but yeah, just unfortunate for both of those drivers that yeah, they were involved in that incident. But yeah, where's Ferriante? He's back in 29th place at the moment, so and Sanchez in 14th overall at the moment.
That's a really difficult corner to get right at turn 7. I always feel like it's sort of a blind corner as you go into it, because you can't really see the exit, and then you know, once you get around it, it seems like the track just wants to spit you out on the outside.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a tricky off-camber corner there, but yeah, it looks as though that Ben Hackson applying all sorts of pressure to
GT1 in the wall. Sorry, I think that's Jeffrey Price again. He's not having a good day at all, and he's back in the pits.
Yeah, just grab a replay of that one. Yeah, just coming through the top of the S's there, and yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there, but yeah, it looks as though it's a similar mistake, but it's actually fired him into the right-hand side of the wall rather than the left-hand side. So yeah, definitely unfortunate for Jeffrey Price there, and he'll be taking the tow and hopefully jumping back out on track.
We've had DK Lee off as well. He just overcooked it into turn 6 a little bit, and it looked like he might have, well, a bit of net code on Mark Lang. Don't think it did much to Lang's BMW, but yeah, Lee was off. He's still running the.
Having a look back up the front, Steve Callahan only 0.4 of a second behind Ross Rizzo at the moment, so Steve Callahan doing a great job at the moment. Currently second in the prototype division, but third overall at the moment. Last time around he was half a second quicker than Rizzo around, but yeah, they are coming to start the lap 5, and yeah, similar lap time, 1:17.7 for Rizzo and 17.65, so only a half a tenth gain by Steve Callahan, but yeah, definitely applying all sorts of pressure.
I seem to have placed a little bit of a commentator's curse on Mark Lang as well after his contact with DK Lee. He came into that final chicane, which turned 10. Came out of it fine. Oh yes, there we go. Had a bit of contact with Alex Ching, and that sent him into the bridge as he was coming across the crest. And who's that collected him from? Hugo Silva Jr. sent him skyward. So yeah, Mark Lang is in the pits with a blown engine. Oh, he's back out again, courtesy of a fast repair.
Yeah, I just also saw that yeah, there was an issue with Rizzo and one of the Corvette GT1s, so have to have a look at that one back. But yeah, definitely something that's coming into a factor already that we haven't taken into account. But yes, the leader's actually coming out to the back markers as well, so yeah, definitely a bit of a mistake there from Rizzo, but yeah, he'll be trying to regain his position, currently 7th overall after that small mistake there.
Yeah, I think he was caught unaware quite a bit with that collision, because he was coming out of turn 3, and the Corvette in front of him was doing about 150 kilometers an hour compared to his 185. Obviously huge speed differences that were going into the S's.
Yeah, it's just with the downforce of the Radical compared to the Corvette as well, that's able to negotiate this particular section of the track much more easily than the GT1. But obviously the GT1 will have its strengths down the straights. So yeah, we're just looking at the moment the battle between Louis Palagellon and Martin Savasi at the moment. So it's actually Luca Fioravanti at the moment. So current leader in the GT3 field, just pulling a 2/10 of a second gap on the previous lap compared to Gallon. But yeah, definitely that battle holding up. We've still got 35 minutes to go in the race, so it should be a good battle.
We're seeing a lot of incidents so far in the race. It all seemed nice and calm on the first 2 laps, but people making lots of mistakes coming through the S's. Seen a couple of contacts between cars as well. I reckon we might end up seeing quite a few people drop out. It's going to be worth keeping an eye on Rizzo and seeing how he progresses. He's after that collision, he's gone into the pits. He's taken his pit stop. Obviously, the fast repair with it as well. Just having a little look. He's about 40 odd seconds behind Stephen Callahan, who's the leading Radical at the moment.
Yeah, he's just making his way past Samuel Sanchez. So he's back up to 13th overall at the moment, but yeah, it's about 1.6 seconds to Darren Huxham in 12th place at the moment. So yeah, he'll be hot on the tail of Huxham in the space of the next lap or so, as yeah, he'll be deep into the braking zone for turn number 10. So yeah, definitely charging his way through the field at the moment. Still got 33 and a bit minutes to go.
So it's a much shorter lap than we saw last time out at Circuit of the Americas. 1 minute 16s. They are doing the front runners. I guess that's going to leave them with a lot more traffic to negotiate in this race. I saw Its last lap was on 1 minute 20.2, so that's nearly 4 seconds of his fastest lap. And I guess that was all down to having to negotiate a bit of traffic.
Yeah, it can be.
Oh, he had a lot of traffic.
Yeah, yeah. As he just catches the car going out of the final corner there, he's definitely pushing the car as hard as he can. So just to gain the lap time and pull away from Steve Callahan in front. But yeah, he's got a massive gap to second place in his class. We've got a near 15-second gap to use De Vries in second place in the GT1s, but De Vries is 6th overall at the moment.
I mean, look at who's found their way up into third place in class in the GT1s. Mr. Buafia, right there, after not getting in a single practice lap or a single qualifying lap, starting at the back of the grid and from the pits, and lapping quite well by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, it's definitely doing pretty consistent laps. He's only within half a second of his personal best, so up 24 positions at the moment. He's I would say, the biggest mover of the race so far, and more than likely will be if he doesn't make any mistakes. Don't want to bring out the commentator's curse, but yeah, yeah, definitely third in class at the moment, doing a great job at the moment, as he's about to complete lap number 9, going into turn 10 now, so yeah, he's trying to push as hard as he can to close up. He's got a 12-second gap to close up.
He's got a pretty clear track in front of him at the moment. That gap to US de Vries is just under 12 seconds. However, his last lap was 4 seconds quicker than de Vries. His fastest lap was about 1.3 seconds quicker than de Vries's. As yeah, he keeps going like that, we're going to be in for a bit of a treat in the battle. And I reckon like the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, just looking at the background, it looks as though that de Vries had traffic the last time around, so that might have been why he was 3 to 4 seconds off the pace. So, but yeah, Boafia definitely closing in, even if there wasn't traffic involved. Yeah, he'd be up there within the next 10 laps or so.
Having a little look at our leader, the GT3s. He seems to Luca seems to have had a fairly uneventful race so far. He's got Gallen not too far behind him, about 0.4 of a second. I mean, they've got quite a sizable gap to GT. Was it Martinsville Vassie in third place? That's about a 5-6 second gap. The third place GT3. Then our series leader, the GT3 leader Benjamin Hackerson is down on 4th place.
Yeah, he's currently got a 6-second gap to close up to Savasti at the moment. No, sorry, Savasi. So looks as though that Ben managed. Sorry, Savasi was actually a 10th quicker than Hackerson last time around. So maybe Ben's struggling a little bit. Maybe he hasn't put in the practice, but yeah, he's still up in 4th place at the moment and 12th overall.
And Buafia's, sorry, coming back to him again, has made up a sizable gap. That lead from de Vries to Buafia is under 6 seconds now. We see a couple of guys jumping into the pits in the radicals. Kevin Ong is in the pits, as well as Anthony Winkleman. It'll be interesting to see where they come out in relation to Ross Rizzo.
Where is Rizzo at the moment? He's actually coming across the start finish line now, so yeah, Rizzo managed to retake. He's currently 4th place in class at the moment, so it's still P9 overall, as Winkleman's just exiting the pit lane now. So yeah, he's got about a 7 to 8 second gap to Ross Rizzo ahead.
Right, so Kevin managed to make his pit stop and come out in front of Rizzo. The gap there is about 3.5 seconds, and between them is the lead in our GT3s.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so looks as though that Rizzo is just making his way past Luca Fioravanti at the moment, so he'll be back up into. Oh, as Luca managed to get the jump into the the chicane there, but Rizzo will be looking to go up the inside of turn 1. So as they come across the line to start lap number 13 now, Rizzo down the inside should get the corner there. So yeah, Luca not wanting to give up too much time, as obviously he's currently leading in the GT3 field and doesn't want to make the mistake of taking himself out. So yeah, good job from Luca there, and currently 8th place overall, but leading the GT3 field at the moment.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be or do Rizzo any favors going into turn 10 there. And that Audi was carrying a considerable amount of speed going into the braking zone.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that he managed to pull it up, but yeah, it was a great job from Luca there.
Oh, something happened to Boafia. Or is he still running? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, it looks as though he's
That
had a
internet bug
connection
is
drop.
as bitten, and he is out of the session. We'll have to wait and see if he comes back to try and salvage something. That's obviously taken a lot of pressure off Joos de Vries. He's now got a very comfortable second place in hand at the moment. Yeah, DK Lee is well, there's quite a couple of laps down on him. So yeah, I mean, you still hold on for the second place. That'll promote him, I'm sure, up into the lead of the championship. Should things stay the same as they are now.
Yes, we've got DK trying to make the move on the GT3 field at the moment, but looks as though they've got used to Freeze behind him, trying to put a lap on those drivers there, but De Vries just backing out of it at the moment, just to try to navigate through the traffic there. So we'll just come across the line with about 24 minutes to go.
And disaster has struck for Ross Rizzo as well. He's back in the pits, and I don't think we're going to see him anytime soon. He's already used his fast repair, and he blew his engine going into turn 10. Yeah, lots of smoke coming out of the back of that car. Yeah, he might be in there for a while. How much time is it? 24 minutes. He won't be out again.
No. Was it a 30-minute repair for a new engine?
Yeah, I think it's about half an hour for them to open up the back and put the repairs on that.
Yeah, so yeah, I tried to find it on the replay, and yeah, we just got it going out of turn 8 at the moment. So yeah, it's just running down the back straight. Yeah, it can be a there is a bit of a knack to getting the downshift correct on the radical. I have done a bit of testing in that, and yeah, you've definitely got to get the downshift correct. Otherwise, yeah, as noted by Rizzo there, you can blow the engine. So an unfortunate mistake there, as he was doing his best to get through the field, but yeah, with that damage there, that's put pay to the race, and yeah, we won't see him extending his lead in the championship.
Yeah, this obviously is a great opportunity for Stephen Callahan and Yazrin Yali. They are first and second in the race currently, and also sat second and third in the prototype championship. So here's an opportunity for them both to close up that gap a little bit. There's a sizable gap that Rizzo's got at the top of the championship, but I mean, with the result here today for either one of them, it'll make the table a little bit more respectable. You gotta say that's the first bout of trouble that Rizzo's run into this season.
Yeah, yeah, he's just been so dominant in the prototype division that yeah, he had unfortunately had to slip up sometime, but yeah, we sometimes make those mistakes, and yeah, so you know, he's paid the price. So, but yeah, we'll be definitely looking to see what he can do next week at Mossport, which is next week's event. So but yeah, just looking back at the GT3 leaders at the moment. Louis Palagellon was about 1/10.5 quicker than Luca Fioravanti last time around, and yeah, he's all over the back of him at the moment. Just see that Anthony Wickham is just...
There's all three of them is in the pits. Gallon, Fioravanti, Silvassi, Hackison.
My apologies, yeah, I was looking that back on replay, so yeah, apologies for that, but looks as though that Luca has taken... he's actually still in the box, so Palagellon's had a 15-second stop, but oh, it looks as though that with the difference in time, maybe Luca's taken tyres, or he's got a speeding penalty. This speeding penalty is roughly about 15 seconds. So
Okay, you're right.
Definitely unfortunate for Luca, as he's lost the lead in the GT3 field at the moment. So yeah, he'll be looking to close back up, but with their difference in the fastest lap times, definitely going to be difficult for Luca to catch back up to Louis Palagellon.
I'm just going to see if I can get some proper gaps now after that round of pit stops, because all these GT3s are pretty much pitting at the same time. Right, so Gallon has overtaken, he's taken the lead. He's 9.5 seconds clear of Martin Silvassi. Luca's up into third place. He's a further 6 seconds back from Silvassi. Benjamin Hackison's still fourth. Then we've got Abi Rafi Putra in fifth place. It's quite a sizable gap from Gallon to those guys. I'm just trying to... have I lost some on the GT3s?
No, I haven't seen any position change at the moment, but looks as though that Simon Jorge Sanchez is only half a second behind Putra at the moment, so definitely applying all sorts of pressure. Looks as though that Sanchez pitted the last time around, and Putra just on his outlap at the moment, so yeah, definitely Sanchez all over the back of Putra at the moment as they come out at the top of the S's, and yeah, definitely good traction from Sanchez. He's looking to make the move, but as he puts it up the inside, and great overtake there going into turn 7, but yeah, Putra will have the as he just makes a little bit of a mistake there, but yeah, he'll definitely be trying to get up the inside, but yeah, it looks as though that Sanchez has made the pass stick, so great job from him.
Yeah, these are all very valuable points as they as we're coming up, is it about halfway into this series?
Yeah, round number 7. Yeah, so after the next week we'll be halfway through the championship, so yeah, definitely loads of battles going through the championship at the moment. All those points are definitely valuable. Obviously with each place going down I think first to second is a 5-point gap, and then it sort of spreads out between 2 and 3 points as they trickle down the placing. So yeah, definitely all the positions that you can get are vital to your championship standings at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a very congested leaderboard we've got. I'm just trying to see who's at the moment who's going to benefit most from things in the GT3 as they stand. There's only one guy that's not going to be having a good time. I can't see him in the race. Is Adam Zettlinger?
No, he hasn't turned up today, so yeah, he's had other commitments. It's forced him out of the race today, but Mike will have to clarify whether there is drop weeks available. But in seasons past there has been 1 or 2 drop weeks, but yeah, we'll have to get clarification on that. But yeah, Zeitzinger is not present today, so
yeah, so that means second and third in the GT3s is not here. Indra Ferianto is sat in 4th place in the standings, but is way down in the race at the moment, in 12th place. Yeah, regardless, that's going to bring him closer to Zettlinger and Nurazam by the end of this round. So yeah, we're in for a bit of a treat for that podium spot in the standings from here on in.
definitely. At the moment, where is looking at the championship standings at the moment? This Savasi. I don't see him. So whether it's Savasi's first race, but yeah, it looks as though the Hackerson going to benefit the most. Currently leading, but yeah, it looks as though that Bruce is doing a great job at the moment. 6th in class at the moment, 13th overall. But yeah, he looks as though he's set to gain the most on the cars in front, apart from Hackerson. So yeah, doing a great job at the moment is Putra.
Another guy that's doing a great job at the moment, and only has been into the pits now, is our leader in the overall and in the GT1's Kun Klopman. I just had to have a little look through my time machine to make sure I was seeing it right. He is lapped the entire field all the way up to 7th place. So it's currently still only 6 cars still on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's just very, very consistent. I have, looking at the timing screen, yeah, just seeing that he's been constantly in the 17s pretty much through the race, all by navigating through traffic. So yeah, Klopman doing a great job for Scuderia team. So yeah, looking to close out this race with he's still got 4.7 second lead over Yasmin Yali, who's yet to pit in the prototype division, but also a 43 second leader. Oh, sorry, yeah, 43 second gap to use the freeze.
Oh, sorry, Simon Sanchez has been dropping places after going off at turn 1 and then making contact with Hugo Silva through turn 2. I will look, see if anybody of them picked up any significant damage.
Yeah, just so that Sanchez just turned in slightly too early and caught the inside curb there, and was it the Audi there, or his teammate going side by side through turn 3 there. Definitely not a place that you want to go through side by side, and yeah, unfortunately the teammates collected each other, but Sanchez back up into 14th place after recovering from that.
Yeah, maybe a slightly optimistic move there by Silva Jr. I think Sanchez already, by the time they got into that corner and into the braking zone, is sort of made his recovery. It's always tempting when you see somebody going off in front of you or recovering, just to push a little bit harder, take that extra little chance to see if you can make up that place. It didn't help him much though. Sanchez has passed him again. Oh dear, Hugo Silva Jr. is off the track and into the wall on the back straight. Benjamin Brook has made a trip into the wall as well. These S's are catching out a lot of people today, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Just seen that Yasmin Yali is coming out of the pits now, so it looks as though that the entire field has come through the pit lane. So still with 11 and quarter minutes to go, plus 1 lap, depending on where Klopman crosses the line. So yeah, definitely. I was just currently on lap 25 now, so definitely a fast-paced race at the moment. But that's kind of expected with the fast and flowing nature of the track. So and the short lap times compared to the last round at Coda. I think Coda was like a 2-minute lap time or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely had it nice and kosher there in terms of traffic. So yeah, just purely because of the length of the lap, it took them a lot longer to catch up to the back markers, and by that time they were pretty spread out as well. Over here, it's a much shorter track and everything's very fast paced. You come up to traffic almost every lap. So everybody the leaders and the radicals is just spread out a little bit. Stephen Callahan still in the lead there. Yali has made his pit stop. He's about 9 seconds behind Callahan, and he's got about a 9-second lead over the third place in the radicals, Anthony Winkleman. So no pressure on any of those guys. Trying to see how far Winkleman is in front of Federico. He's miles ahead.
He's about 50 odd, or nearly a minute ahead. There's nearly a lap. Is Winkleman on Federico? So trying to find out. Federico is actually coming into turn 10 now, and Winkleman was coming into, I think, the back into turn 7. I think. Yeah, he's just coming on. So it's pretty much the whole length of the back straight, but obviously you're like behind him, so there's the distance there that he's got as an advantage. So yeah, definitely no pressure from Winkleman to Texeria for 4th place. Oh, sorry, the battle for 3rd in the prototype division.
I tell you what, where there is a battle, Luca Fioravanti and Martin Salvasi just went side by side into the braking zone of turn 10. Salvasi has managed to keep hold of the position, but they are right with each other for the final 8.5 minutes of this race.
Yeah, definitely. Salvasi doing a great job in the Mercedes there. Definitely a well balanced car through this session there. But yeah, Fioravanti applying all sorts of pressure. Currently only 4.5 tenths back from Salvasi, but yeah, it looks as though that he's just got a bit too much traction out of the out of turn 6. But yeah, definitely will get the advantage going through this part of the track here as he makes his way up the back straight. Yep, still currently half a second at the moment, but yeah. Looks as though that the Mercedes is actually trimmed out quite a lot, so the Audi's not pulling up as close as I would have thought, or as Fioravanti having a look, but yeah, not managing to get up the inside far enough. So it was only really about 3 or 4 k's difference that I saw. So the Mercedes is definitely trimmed out and optimised for the back straight to prevent the overtake.
I think Fioravanti is going to have to be very careful about where he tries to make the overtake if he gets close enough. Because last time round, they were side by side coming down that back straight. He backed out of the move for the overtake, and he was really struggling to get back up to the rear of Martin Salvasi. Although he's made a good go of it now. They're going to come through turns 6 and 7. I thought Mercedes does look good through there, though.
Yeah, definitely. We'll also see that was that De Vries behind. He might come into play as well, trying to put a lap on these two in front of him. So, yeah, these two drivers definitely wanting to not lose too much time. But yeah, Luca definitely a lot closer than he was last time, and he goes for the move into turn 10 and just about pulls it up. But Salvasi trying to get the cut back, but Fioravanti places his car beautifully so that he can prevent that cutback. So yeah, Fioravanti back up into second place, but still about 13 to 14 seconds behind our leader, Paolo Gallon.
Oh, here we go. Salvasi going to have a look into turn 3. No, he thinks better of it. Tell you what, Luca did an amazing job to slow that car down and actually make that corner in turn 10.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely with the power of the ABS there. It's a great job from Luca there to get it pulled up. It's definitely a tricky braking zone downhill into turn 10. So yeah, he's done a great job getting back up into second place.
It just looks like he's managed to open up a comfortable lead on that back straight. Or something to give Salvasi any opportunity to have another look to get the position back. Although there's a GT1, he's getting defensive against US De Vries, and you can understand why. Because if he gives De Vries the corner, then he's going to give away some time to Salvasi as well. She'll be more than happy to let De Vries by on this start-finish straight.
Yeah, which he does so now. But yeah, the gap between Salvasi and Fioravanti's up to 0.6 of a second now. So yeah, Lucas definitely trying to gap Martin there with about 4. They've only got about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So yeah, definitely trying to gap third place behind him.
Just looking through the standings, it doesn't look like there's a great deal going on anywhere else. That was the closest battle. There's a bigger spread around for this race this week than I expected. Well, the only other real battle that we might be seeing is Kim Kyung in 12th place, around with Simon Sanchez, who's in 13th. They're only 2 seconds apart.
Yeah, it looks as though that Salvasi's closed right back up to the gearbox of Fioravanti now. So yeah, he'll be trying to get the position back up into second place, but coming to start for the GT3s is lap number 30. So obviously being a lap down at the moment compared to Klopman, who's currently on lap 31. But yeah, Salvasi all over the gearbox of Fioravanti at the moment. But yeah, you don't want to get the corner cut penalty there. It's definitely a killer going through that turn 3. But yeah, it looks as though that Fioravanti's just opened up that gap back up to where it was compared to the previous lap.
Hasselwas just seems to be able to catch up in certain places, but he seems to lose a lot just before they come onto this back straight. What he'll be hoping right now is that Fioravanti runs into a bit of trouble lapping the likes of Ferrianto, Cardoso, and well, it's not going to catch you as the freeze, is he? Oh my! Cardoso really slow into contain there.
Yeah, he's just jumping out of the way. Allowed the guys in front to lap him. Yeah, it looks as though that yeah, Fioravanti and Savasi managing to navigate through the traffic, but yeah, the gap's opened out to about 1.3 seconds now, so it'll be quite a tall order, I think, for Martin to close back up with only, I would say, 2 laps to go that we have in this race. So we need a lot of traffic, I think, to get Luca to reduce that, yeah, for that gap to reduce back down to like a half second.
Oh, right. So you mentioned the fuel for the GT3 might be fairly tight. Just coming up, we've got about a minute left. These GT3s that run about halfway. We've got our leader, Koen Klopman, coming down the back straight. I reckon he's going to be in time in order for them to do that extra lap.
Yeah.
So once he starts the final lap, might be an idea to keep an eye on a couple of GT3s and see if any of them is going to start running into full trouble.
Yeah, I think some of the GT3s pitted around 22 to 21 minutes, so it's just over halfway. So yeah, it will be very, very tight. So as Klopman's just coming around about 25 seconds ago. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see where Gallon as well as
oh wow! Klopman into the back of the GT3. Who is that? DK Lee as well, and it's Bruno Cardoso. Right. Which one of them's going? Which one is not?
It looks as though that Lee is not going at the moment, but yeah, Klopman managing to survive that somehow. But yeah, it's coming through the back straight now, through turn 7 and into turn 8 now. So onto the back straight now. So yeah, definitely a dominant performance from Klopman. So looking to close back up on the leaders in the GT1 field. So yeah, definitely a dominant performance from him today.
Yeah, it's been another great drive. One of Steve Morris is gonna slow down to let him through for the sake of fuel. Klopman has passed anyway, coming down through into turn 12 to take the win for round 7 of the Sim Racers Asia Proto-GT Championship at Road Atlanta. There's quite a bit behind him. It's going to be second place overall, and that's Steve Callahan in the Radical. Like I said, I'm just going to keep an eye on a couple of these GT3s that's just making their way through the SS right now. It's got to go for Ferrianto as the last running car at the moment.
Okay, so it's a battle. It looks as though that Fioravanti has managed to pull a gap to Savasi on a 3.6 seconds gap, so it looks as though that he was able to hold off from Martin, so yeah, great job from him. But yeah, Louis Palagallon just coming around the final corner now, and he'll take the win for the GT3 class at round 7 at Road Atlanta, so probably congratulations to him for taking the win. Fioravanti coming around for second place. We've got a car stopped at the top of the hill. I'm not sure who that is, but
that's DK Lee. He's still trying to make his way to the finish.
So
he'll make it now. He's got the hill to work with. He's just going to roll it down the hill.
So yeah, he must have run out of fuel or something like that. But yeah, he does come across the line now. So back in 19th place, but yeah, he does complete was it 32 laps. So just a 3 laps down, but
Yeah, he
yes,
ran to the back of Condoso on that final lap. Luckily, it didn't cost him any positions in terms of his class standing. So he is still gonna finish third in the GT1s.
so yeah, I've looking at the results today. Definitely a dominant performance from Colin Klopman. Great to see that Steve Callahan took the win in the in the prototype class with Anthony Winkelman in second place, but also that Lou Palagallon took the win in the GT3 class. Is there any closing thoughts for this one? Um, okay, so yeah, I'm just going to take you through the final results for round number 7 of Sim Racers Asia GT Proto-GT Series. They got Colin Klopman taking the win for Scuderia Leone. Second place, we got Steve Callahan, Anthony Winkelman for Element Motorsports, Yasmin Yali for YLab Motorsport, Eusta Fries, Federico Teixeira for Macau Sim Racing, Lou Pelagallon, Luca Fioravanti, Martin Savasi, Benjamin Hackerson in 4th place in the GT3s. Got Putra, Ken Keong, Simon Sanchez, Steve Morris, Nuno Tang, Mark Dredge, Benjamin Brook, Indra Ferianto, DK Lee, Bruno Cardoso, Alex Chung, Ken Wong, 12 laps down. Bit of an unfortunate result for him. For Archipelago Racing, Hugo Silva Jr., Ross Rizzo with that contact and the blown engine sees him in 21 laps down. Katerine Boafia with this connection issue. Darren Huxham, Sean Thompson, Paul Nelson, Mark Lang, Jeffrey Price, Chandra Yong, Pete Sattler, and Wei Chen. Looks like not taking the start.
Like we can see, it's been quite an attritional race today. Quite a few guys here looking at from 21st place down. None of them finishing the race 11 laps down and more.
So looking at the schedule for next week, March 25th at 1100 GMT, we've got round number 8 of Sim Racers Asia GT Proto-GT Series commencing at Canadian Motorsports Park. So look out for that one. It should be a good race for that one, but obviously, have we got time for any driver interviews just before we got your race, or um, but yeah, we see if we can get any drivers in for a quick interview, but yeah, if yeah. That's all good, Conrad. But yeah, I just put the team speak details in the chat for one of the couple of the drivers for quick interview. As yeah, we've got I've got WCS commitments, so if drivers have got time for a quick interview, we'd be more than happy to have a quick chat with them. But yeah, looking forward to March 25th next week, Saturday, 1300 GMT. We'll be covering Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and then it looks as though that April the 1st, we've got Road America as well. That will be for the reverse grid, which will involve a top 10 reverse. So it should be a good one for that one as well. So yeah, definitely next couple of weeks, definitely shaping up to be good, strong races for that one. Also seeing in the chat that yeah, unfortunately that Luca had the pit lane speed limiting penalty, so yeah, definitely unfortunate for him, but still a solid result for the second place in the race today. So good job from him. I'm just trying to also see what we've got coming up on Apex Racing TV as well. I think we got Euro V8 Supercars Championship starting at 6 PM GMT tonight. Trying to find out where that is. Also, we got the iRacing IMSA Sports Car Championship tomorrow at 16:45 GMT. That will be at Laguna Seca. It looks as though that the European V8 is at Spa for the endurance race, so that'll be quite an exciting race today. Yeah, tonight for that one. And then yeah, just trying to see if we've got any driver interviews, but yeah, so I think that's going to call it. I think, Conrad, definitely going to be shaping up for a good race next week at Moss Sport. But yeah, thanks for jumping into the booth with me tonight for round number 7. Much appreciated for that one.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Sorry I had to disappear there for a second. When nature calls, there's not much you can do about it, sadly.
No problem. So yeah, yeah, this wraps up the coverage of Sim Racers Asia Proto-GT Series from Road Atlanta. My name's Scott Newton and Conrad Venter, and yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely be catching you 1300 GMT next week at Mosport. So take care.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast